Hello everybody, I'm Jackie K. Cooper, and my entertainment rundown for today is a review of the movie I Am Woman. And I Am Woman is the Helen Reddy story. Helen Reddy was a big singer back in the last century. Now that we're in the 2000s, but she achieved fame with her song I Am Woman, which she co-wrote. It became an anthem for the women's movement and brought her enormous prominence. And plus, she was a good singer. I loved Helen Reddy's songs. I Don't Know How to Love Him, Angie Baby, which was my favorite Helen Reddy song, and then of course the anthem I Am Woman. She performed that over and over and over. But this movie tells the story of her life. It starts out when she has arrived in America from Australia. She's won what she thinks is a talent contest. It's going to get her a recording contract. That kind of falls through, but it shows how she at that time was a single mother with like an 8-year-old daughter, 6 or 8-year-old daughter, and then her life progresses. She meets Jeff Wall, played by Evan Peters, and he becomes her manager, and then her career goes from there. And it's just a story of a musical star and how she achieved what she achieved, and how she was very much involved with the women's equal rights movement, and so that's an interesting aspect of it. Helen Reddy is played by an actress I wasn't familiar with. Her name is Tilda Cobham Hervey. I had never heard of her before. I do know Evan Peters. I've seen him in a lot of television shows. Also an actress by the name of Danielle McDonald is in it as her best friend in America. But what they did, this Tilda Cobham Hervey does not do her own singing. She lip syncs. And they use Helen Reddy's actual voice for some songs, and then they use a person whose voice sounds like Helen Reddy for other songs. I don't know why they did that, but they did. And it works per se, just because, again, the songs were just so great. But the drawback to this film is that Helen Reddy made great music, but she really didn't have that interesting a life. Other than her, her writing the anthem for the women's, equal rights and, challenges. She had some problems with her marriage. Yes, that's true. But this movie tells, she's still alive, but it tells, the majority of her story. But the transitions are, there are gaps, okay. She's shown, she's got a 6-7-year-old daughter. Where was their relation? What relationship produced that child? You don't have any idea. Then suddenly she's calling up this woman who she says is her best friend, played by Danielle McDonald. But what was their background? How did they become best friends? And then and the ending is totally abrupt. So they, having seen Judy with Renee Zellweger, that focused on just an arc of her life, this just wasn't as smooth and didn't have the transitions that it should. And the woman, playing, Helen Reddy does a good job, but she's not that great. The movie's not rated, but it probably would be profanity for, R-rated for profanity and drug use. I scored it 5 out of 10. It was just average to me. I loved the music, loved hearing it all again, but the story itself just wasn't anything super special to me at all. Average across the board. So reach down there, hit the subscriber button. We want to keep you informed of all these movies as we move along. But for today, this has been Jackie K. Cooper's Entertainment Rundown with a review of I Am Woman.